I don't talk to one of my oldest and bestest friends anymore, and now he's not coming to my wedding. I'm going to tell you why. It's actually pretty insane. 2010, we were going to see the movie A Nightmare on Elm Street, and we were sitting on my front lawn waiting for our other friends to pick us up. My friend's texting me being like, okay, on our way, on my BlackBerry, okay, I just got this BlackBerry. My friend gets there, picks us up, we go to the movie, and when I'm getting out of the car at the movie theater, I'm like, where the hell's my phone? Can't find it. We tear the car apart looking for it. We're like, what the hell? And I'm like, oh, maybe I left it at my house, like, whatever. So we go watch the whole movie, drives me home. I'm looking in my house. I'm like, no, wait, I had it in my front yard. I go out to my front yard and I'm looking for it, and I'm like, did one of the neighbor kids pick it up? I knock on my neighbor's door. I'm like, hey, did one of your kids, like, they were out on their scooters or whatever, I'm like, did one of them bring in a BlackBerry? And the mom is like, no. Like, that's so weird. And the one thing that was worth noting was that friend that picked us up worked for like a painting company, so we had like kind of like a big messy like white van. So I called him from my house phone and I'm like, hey, can you like check your van again? Like, this is crazy. Like, I had it before I got in your car and then I didn't have it when I got out of your car. Whatever. Phone never turns up. Doesn't matter. I obviously figured out I got a new phone.
That may be an odd moment, but how does it lead to losing a friend?
That was when I was like 17 or 18, okay? So the story's basically irrelevant, except fast forward to university. I'm now at a bar with my new boyfriend, and my new boyfriend's taking a... He comes out of the bathroom and he's like, I can't find my phone. Like, you must have left it in the bathroom. He goes back to the bathroom, whatever. One of my other friends the next day messages me and says, hey, I think I have your boyfriend's phone. I had an after party here and someone left a phone here, and like whatever, the background or whatever, he knew it was my boyfriend. I'm like, that's crazy. Okay, great. I'm going to come pick it up. As the years go on, things like this keep happening to like all of us. Someone's hard drive goes missing. iPods that were plugged into the speakers playing music all night, like iPods would go missing, like at all of our friends' houses, and we'd be like, who's stealing?
Is Sam haunted by a phone stealer, or is something more sinister afoot?
One night, this guy was leaving my house party. Again, closest friend. I wish I could show you pictures to show all of the memories with this person. He leaves with my other friend, and when they get outside, he pulls a bottle of vodka out of the inside of his jacket, and he's like, oh, I took this. And my friend's like, you took that from Sam's house? You stole a bottle of vodka from me? Like, what? So whatever. I hear that, I'm like, okay, free. All of these instances are kind of far apart, right? Like, it's not like it just happened all together. It was more just like, oh, weird.
After 10 years, it is finally dawning on Sam and her friends that their friend may have been keeping an unusual secret from them.
Last thing that happened to me was I have an annual Christmas potluck. So maybe like 4 years ago now, my parents' house, that's where I did the potluck every year. He had come every year. Right when everyone's leaving, my friend asks him for a cigarette. So he's like, sure. And he puts the cigarette on my coffee table, my black coffee table, white cigarette. My friend goes to the bathroom and comes back out and looks, and the cigarette's just not there. And she's like, oh, that's weird. But did you bring it to the bathroom with you? She's like, no, it was on the coffee table. So like, we are now, you know, when you're feeding for a cigarette, like it was the end of the night, lifting up couch cushions. We're like, what? Where did that go? And he like comes back in from outside and he's like, what's going on? And we're like, that cigarette you just left for her, it like disappeared. And he's like, oh, swear to God, he goes like to a couch and just goes, guys, it was right here the whole time. And me and her are looking at each other like, who does that? Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's just like, what's up with you, man? It happens, and like whatever, we just don't see each other because he moves to a different city, and it all comes out like in my friend group, and I don't want to tell their stories because they're their stories, but they are crazy. Putting this all together, and we're like realizing that this person has been taking from us and our houses and our parents' houses and our cottages for like 12 years. Never thought about the day when my BlackBerry went missing until we had this discussion. I'm like, do you guys think 2010 when my phone went missing, it was him? And they were like, 100% it was him. So that stole my phone like 15 years ago. Is that the 13 years? Now he's not in my life and he's not coming to my wedding. And if you told me 10 years ago that this guy wouldn't be in my life, I'd be like, no, of course he's coming to my wedding. He's one of my best friends. Not anymore. It's a klepto. Buddy's a klepto. Kleptos. What an underrated problem.
Some stories you don't fully understand until you are all the way through and can gain a wider appreciation of what was happening. This is one of them. Sam must have grown up in a lot of uncertainty, not knowing where her possessions were disappearing to, until over 10 years later, she discovers her friend is a kleptomaniac. Wild. Oddly though, a lot of people could relate to Sam's unusual story, saying, so we all had a kleptomaniac friend, and I had a klepto friend who stole all of my underwear. As always, thanks for watching Happiest. If you like this video, then be sure to follow our other social pages for more interesting videos like this. And if you have any of your own videos you'd like to share, be sure to send them in.